Alright, I just did an install on these VLAND taillights, so if you click the video, you're interested in buying some VLAND taillights for yourself and you're wondering, is it a good idea? You've heard a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, the fitment, is this a good move? Should I get them for myself? And I'm going to answer those questions for you today so you can make a good decision on what you should do. Alright guys, so I just finished installing these and took a ride out, go for a little drive. Make sure everything was good electrical wise. So I do like these. These look pretty good, I have to say. And the sequential part looks pretty awesome as it's moving from left to right on this side and then opposite. I think these things really are nice. This is just the cherry red with the clear, so it's not smoked or anything like that. But this fitment was not the best, I do have to say. So I mean, it overhangs here, there's gaps up here, and it touches the paint in some spots. I do have to say that beware whenever you're installing these that you make sure everything is lined up before you slam and close the hatch, because I actually went to test this out to see how it would look initially, and this piece, when I bolted it in, it wasn't all the way like over to the right, and it was gonna hit this, and if I didn't pay attention and just slammed this, it would have smashed into this and cracked. So I had to end up pulling this over and then tightening the bolts. But you can still see there's just room in here. It like goes from like flush to not, and again it like overhangs, and up here pushes into the paint. I think everybody's is gonna fit differently. I don't think they make all these the same because it looks like a rush job to me. I mean, you kind of get what you pay for. They're like $200. The seal in here wasn't that great, and honestly I think this side fit better than that side, which just goes to say that everybody's is probably going to be a little bit different. So just going over the install, I know I just showed you the how to do everything, and if you stuck with me this far, I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if this video helped you in any kind of way. But I do want to say that this ended up taking me about 5 hours to do. Swapping my hatch was actually a lot easier. I thought I'd probably rate this as like a 5 to 6 difficulty wise. The most difficult part about it is lining up all the body panels on the inside. And I'm going to open this up just so you can kind of see it. Got the trunk pop. So getting all of these panels to line up here and in here and towards the end and all of this stuff, it actually was pretty difficult. I didn't film it just because it was taking me a little bit longer, and you know, I just didn't want to cut down like 20 minutes of me trying to put on a panel because that's really not exciting. But to run the wires as well was just like a pain. You kind of just have to finagle it and do it to your own ability. I showed you what I did and how I like ran the wires from here down. You do got to make sure that you get in here with the wire. That's probably one of the hardest parts. That side I actually did first try, but then this side took me like 4 or 5 tries before I could actually get it right. But yeah, so I thought this was pretty difficult, and I don't know if it's worth it. They do look good, but it's almost like one of those things where I probably would have just rather paid someone to do it because it just was a pain. It took me 2 days. I had to end up cutting the connector to fit through here. And I just was like, screw it, I'm just going to splice them later because that connector was not going to fit in here. So I just was like, screw it, I'm going to cut this, I'll splice it. And after I cut it, I did the whole thing and pulled it through, and then just decided to splice it later on, which that was honestly the game plan. Like, that should have been it from the get-go. If you're going to be doing this, I would highly recommend just cut that wire, pull it through, get rid of that connector, and just make it easier for yourself, because you're going to thank me later. You're going to thank yourself later. But yeah, so I might get a night shot. Wait for that. We're kind of at golden hour right now. I'm just in a park. But yeah, they look pretty good. We're gonna see long term like how this goes, but for right now they look great. I'm happy about it. I'm glad that it's over, but I definitely was dreading this while I was doing it. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Like, I'm not keen on electrical work, so it's not really my forte. I don't like splicing, I don't like body panels, and in the last couple months of the videos that I've done, I've swapped the hatch, I've done the rear wiper delete, I've done my headliner before, and then now these tail lights. And honestly, I have ripped off these panels all over the back and everything in the trunk probably like 4 times now, and I'm just over it. So don't let me discourage you. I think they look awesome, and you know, if you're just like a DIY guy, get them for $200, throw them on. They're going to be great. People are going to love them. I've already got compliments from them already. So it's literally up to you what you want to do, but I'm happy with them. That's my experience. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was able to help you out. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button now. It'll help my analytics, and we're gonna push this video out to more people. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to me so far. Road to 500 right now. Thank you to everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.